Welcome to Spacechase, first episode. This is a Spelljammers campaign. It's a little bit arcane punk, a little bit high fantasy, and a whole lot of weird crazy if you don't know anything about Spelljammers. Don't worry, we'll get into that, but just know that we can go from cosmic horror to why is there a clown floating in outer space pretty damn quickly in this game.
Because that's where they belong.
Yeah, it is where they belong. So let's introduce everyone. I am Gonzo. I am the DM. You can find me at 63rd Legion Gaming on YouTube because that's where I always am.
I am Trinity. I am a streamer slash cosplayer slash content creator. You can find me with that name everywhere. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I am playing Val, or Valentine, or Valentino. They are a reborn artificer.
I'm Lovecraft, or Randy. I'm Gen X. I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons longer than pretty much everybody in this podcast has been alive. I don't podcast normally. I just work and occasionally do this sort of thing. I'm playing Agamas Ambereyes of the Sharpscale clan. Last of his clan, Lizard Man or Lizard Folk Ranger.
So my name is Vetcos. Also like Trinity, I am a streamer. Pretty much look up my name and you'll find me somewhere in some form of social media. I'm not a very consistent streamer, so I'm also about to become a retiree. And I am playing Pena, who is a prior soldier turned rogue, who's a bit grumpy.
So you.
Yeah. Also, I am the noobiest of noobs here, so I do ask for what's the word? Not sensitivity.
Forbearance?
Thank you, yes. Just understand that I don't know what I'm doing. Gonzo had to help me multiple times with my daggone character creation.
Well, I'd like to point out, while Randy is the most veteran of our D&D players, I have had to dive into D&D pretty hardcore because of my YouTube channel, so dear God, do I have so much stuff memorized. So I'm always here to help. All right, and quick question, Randy, how long have you been playing D&D?
Since 1979.
Okay, yeah, you have been playing more than I've been alive. I'm actually the second oldest in this group, you're there.
Learned about it on a Boy Scout trip of all things. Go on a hike, and they were playing D&D on the bus, basic D&D, the Keep on the Borderlands module, and I was hooked from there.
All right, very cool. All right. All of you find yourselves on the forecastle of the Moon Raider. It's a very strange ship, 3 masts, but it's out in the stars itself. And as you all just stand there, a giant frickin' explosion rings out, and you watch as all 3 masts are destroyed in a single instant. As you look around, you can see that you are actually in the middle of a giant battle between the forces of the Spelljammer fleet and a gang of pirates simply known as the Astral Raiders. As you look around, laying on the forecastle with you is Captain Zardas. She is bleeding. She's taken a lot of damage. But as she looks up, shrapnel covering her body, she screams, "Hold the top deck! Grant them no quarter!" And with that, we go straight into initiative. Now, we are going to be handling initiative slightly different in this game. It's still the classic initiative system of 5e, but with a twist. Instead of dice, we are going to be using cards. The amount of cards each player has is determined by their initiative modifier. And for you listeners who go, whoa, wait a minute, what about the Gift of Alacrity or the Dread Ambusher feat or Alert? Every time characters get things that would add more cards are going to be added to the deck. And every single round of combat, this will reset, so maybe your character's got an adrenaline rush one turn and went faster. Other times, maybe they're just completely stupefied with what would happen. So as you guys hear her scream, "Grant them no quarter," 2 Astral Reavers jump from a ship that just came close enough to you. And I'll describe them first because this is going to be kind of weird. The first one that jumps onto the deck is completely sky blue skinned, and most of his head is now dominated by a large horn. And the other one has a second head growing out of his neck that appears to be muttering. So first up, Agamas, I need you to roll a d20 before you take your turn.
I got a 10.
Okay. A third Astral Reaver has jumped onto the ship, and he doesn't actually have a head. He has a fishbowl where his head should be, with a brain and eyes floating in the water. Okay, what are you going to do?
Well, I have 2 swords for 2 heads, so I'm going to attack that guy.
All right, so you're rushing forward. Okay, go ahead and attack.
Primary hand, I got an 18. Secondary hand, I got a dirty 20, not natural.
Okay, both hit.
Primary hand is going to do 10. The secondary hand does 2.
Okay, so now it's time for another introduction to a homebrew rule. When a NPC or enemy dies, the person who kills him gets to decide how they died. So Agamas, how'd this guy die?
He has too many heads, so I'll just remove them both.
So a quick little snip snip, and now a 2-headed freak is no heads. All right, Val, I need you to roll a d20 for me before you take your turn.
That hit something. Can I re-roll that?
You can re-roll that. Like, I'm watching, like, why does Trinity have a very angry look on her face?
10.
10. Okay. Another Astral Reaver has jumped from the ship. This one actually has what you can very much see as pink glowing scales. But for the most part, he looks relatively human. All right, Val, what are you doing?
Can I attack him?
You can run up and attack him.
We forgot to write down my damage modifiers.
Well, let's see. You are going to be wielding a light hammer, if I'm correct?
Yes.
So that... Let me pull up items real quick.
Yeah, I was like, we totally forgot to do that.
What's your strength?
So it's 1d. You're going to be rolling your strength modifier first, so plus your proficiency.
Strength is +1.
Okay.
3.
This is the first time you've ever played a level 1 combat character.
I know, I'm like...
Every other time it's spells.
17.
17 hits. So roll for damage, and that is going to be a D4.
I said we because you didn't remind me.
It ain't my responsibility to make your characters.
You know I got bad memory, so...
It's your responsibility. Just accept it.
1 plus... What do I add to that?
It's just to say it comes with those marriage vows.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to point out how many times did I have to remind Vetcos to do his character.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to even defend that.
You're retiring from the military. It's okay. So how much damage you do?
1 plus what? Plus...
Your strength.
1, 2.
Yeah, which one did you fight, by the way? You got the blue skin, single horn, goldfish, bowl dude, and glowing scales.
The one that just jumped on the deck, so
that'd be glowing scales.
Yeah. Woo, I did so much damage.
Well, this is the funny thing. So the reason why...
Damn it.
One thing that Trin wanted to make sure to do, and they forgot this, is they have a spell that they very much love called Green Flame Blade. I'm very happy that Trin's mic is muted because she just yelled because she remembered that damn spell.
I just lost my dice. I don't know where it went.
You've got 300 more.
I'm about to say, you are a dice goblin. I'm surprised you don't have the bucket next to you.
Right.
I thought the bucket was next to her. It is time for the Reaver's turn. No, I'm getting tired of that. Come on. Oh, come on! There we go. We're going to have a little fun with this now. Before they fight, you see one of your shipmates fire a flaming arrow at one of the Reavers, and it does hit. The single horn dude takes 5 damage before any of them get to do anything. All right, just so I think everyone's figured out now, there's a random events table happening at the start of every turn, and I'm getting tired of throwing Reavers in. So I'm like, let me do one other thing other than bring a new Reaver in. Because that's another randomized table of what the hell they look like. 2 of you are in the front, and there is currently 3 Reavers are still in the fight. Let's see. Agamas, you're getting 2 of the Reaver attacks.
Okay.
And Val, you're getting 1. So let's do Agamas's first. Oh my gods. What the? Alright, Agamas, what is your AC?
17.
So these two freaky dudes, the blue-skinned with the single horn and the goldfish head, literally just swung at you with swords. And evidently, I guess, having a goldfish head does not do well with your eyesight, and that guy's horn is probably off balancing him because they swung wide. In fact, you're pretty sure they don't even know you're actually where you're standing. That's how badly they did. Val, what's your AC? As you can
15.
tell what's about to happen. 16? All right.
15.
Oh, 15? Yeah,
Yes.
you get hit. You just get slashed for 3 damage. And you guys are level 1. 3 damage is actually scary as hell. And, of course, the final... Oh, god damn it. I'm like, wait, where is Pena? He's not in the deck. His, the cards fell out for him, and I didn't notice it.
You know, Pena's just, he just passed out. He's in the dark shadow somewhere. He fell asleep. He's a veteran soldier. The attack didn't even phase him. It's like being hit by mortars. He's
All right, you're up. And roll a d20 for me.
D20. I have a 15.
Ooh, okay.
I don't like it when you say it like that.
So I'm just reading this. As you move forward, getting ready to fight, an unintended coiled rope unfurls and smacks into you. So your speed is reduced for this turn. That being said, you're actually kind of still in range to get up close and personal if you want to.
Okay.
So what do you want to do? You want to shoot as you get the wind knocked out of you, or are you going to rush forward and start slashing?
We're going to, since we're pretty close quarters, I'm going to move with a drawing my messer, my short sword, and I'm going to try and flank the enemy.
Okay.
And I'm going to go for a stab.
Yeah, because flanking's actually a maneuver in D&D. Because of your reduction in speed, you're not going to be able to flank, but you can get up in their faces.
Okay, then I'll go with a straight-on approach.
Okay. All 3 are within your stumbling range.
Oh,
so which one do you want to attack? You got the horn, the goldfish bowl, and the glowing scales.
Let's go with the goldfish bowl because I really don't like that aesthetic. It just seems creepy.
It actually is kind of creepy.
Yeah. Oh, crap. 5.
So 5 plus your proficiency bonus in dex. What's that go to?
8.
Just 8?
Dexterity bonus is +3, yeah.
All right, I am sorry to tell you this, but I guess maybe you getting punched in the chest there with the rope might have kind of knocked you a little bit more for a loop because you missed pretty badly. All right, it is now top of combat, and Val gets to go first. So Val, give me another d20 roll before you do anything.
Okay.
I'm not used to you wearing horns on your headphones there, Trin. It is
Quit looking at her. You're not supposed to be looking at her.
17.
Oh, cool. So, Val, this actually helps you because you actually did take a little bit of damage. So you hear a barking sound, and you see the ship's beloved dog, Bruno, this big, shaggy dog, rush towards you, and around its neck is a small barrel that you know contains health potion. You can use your reaction to give yourself 1d6 hit points back.
Okay. Can I say, here, doggy, come here?
Alright, so you only had 2 hit points taken away, so go ahead and regain everything. Oh, 3? Oh, well, in that case, roll your dice then. You correct.
Am I rolling again?
A d6.
Okay, thanks. I was like, what do I roll again? 3.
Alright, you got all your health points back. Alright, Val, what do you want to do?
Can I still hit something?
Yeah, they're still in your face.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do Green Flame Blade this time.
Now, for everyone who is at home and does not know what Green Flame Blade does, it is going to ignite Val's weapon, and basically, after Val hits, they get a chance to lash flames out at a secondary target. Though this will get more abilities as they level up, and Trin is now dancing in their chair.
Did I roll an 18?
That's a hit.
I didn't even add anything to it, because I was like, it's 18. I think I'm good. So 1d4?
Yep, 1d4 for the main attack, and
Okay.
I believe just choose one of the other 2 that you're fighting. They automatically take your intelligence modifier in damage.
Which is a +3.
Yes, so which one would you like to take the fire?
The one that looks the worst. I'm rolling the other dice now.
Okay. The blue skin man just got fire in his face.
3 damage. I rolled a 2. I hate rolling D4s.
3 damage.
Yes.
All right, so blue skin man really is not looking good. All right, Pena, roll a d20, and let's see if you can redeem yourself.
Oh, 20.
20?
Yep.
Okay, let's see who's the guy who shot the Astral Reavers last, or tried to shoot, is about to fire again, and yet again he misses. All right, Pena, what are you doing?
I'm going to, after my fumble of an attack, I think I'm going to back away, draw my short bow, and try for a ranged attack. 8.
All right, so 8 total, or 8 on the roll?
8 on the roll with a dexterity of 3, so 11.
Plus your proficiency bonus, and that brings it up enough to hit.
Okay, thank God.
And you are a rogue, so that means you get sneak attack on this. So you're going to roll the damage for your light crossbow, and then you get to add a d6, 1d6 of damage to that.
All right, so that's the d20 and a d6, correct?
No, it is 1d8 plus a d6, and you add your dex to this. His head is in his hands.
Double ones.
Double ones.
Yes.
Ouch. Well, you know, it's something.
My guy must have the strength of a freaking noodle.
What's your dex modifier?
+3.
Okay. Ouch. All right, Agamas, roll a d20 before you take your turn.
16.
Okay. I need to roll something real quick.
Well, that's never good.
All right, this is actually going to be on you, Agamas. I need you to give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, good thing I have that skill. Dirty 20. I rolled a 14.
As you're about to go in for another attack, rigging from the ship comes loose and starts swinging towards you. But right before it's about to hit you, you quickly grab a hold of it. But instead of stopping it, it literally flings you all the way to the edge of the deck, but you land perfectly fine. That's
Am I still within range to attack?
You can rush back in.
I'll just laugh. I meant to do that. And attack the nearest one to me. I got a 17 on my primary and a nat 20.
This is against the fishbowl man.
Primary did 6.
We do another homebrew roll. Something very cool might happen, or something very
Cool.
Oh, no. Cool's going to be happening regardless. But this is either going to be very brutal or just cool brutal. So I need you to roll the d20 again, as if you're attempting to hit them again. This is a confirmation.
A 16.
All right.
That's a 15. I'm going blind by old age.
All right, so the damage on this one is going to be maximum double damage. So you're going to basically, since it's a short sword, right?
Yeah.
So basically you just did 12 damage to him, and something else would happen, but yeah, he dead. And this was the goldfish guy. So Agamas, what did you just do to him?
Well, my first blade just cut across his stomach, and the second blade went right into his neck and knocked the fishbowl completely off his head.
What's with you and beheading people?
These smooth-skinned, warm-blooded mammals need to learn.
And it is their turn. Another one just popped in, except this one has a helicopter propeller on top of his head, and he's floating about a foot above the ground. And let's see, that would mean that now there is 4 to you guys. Oh, wait, no. Goldfish Bolt is dead. I forgot to remove him from the initiative. So each of you are getting an attack. So let's do the one keep doing the most damage, Agamas. What's your AC?
17.
All right, that's a hit for 4 damage.
How?
Val, I'm already going to tell you that is a hit as well. Oh, wow, 6 damage. Almost max damage. And finally, Pena. They swing wildly and miss you.
Finally, some form of luck.
And let's see, whose turn is it?
I think I keep stealing your luck, Pat.
Oh,
I think you do.
that is everyone's turn, so it's a top... Oh, okay. That activates this. As all of you are fighting, another explosion hits, but this time it's not your ship that explodes. It's the Astral Reaver ship next to you, and it is a massive explosion. It must have hit their gunpowder stores. Shrapnel flies towards you guys. Pena, As you're watching this, you just out of the corner of your eye see some of that shrapnel is heading right towards you. But then as it's about to hit your very eye, it freezes in place. All three of you look around. Everything is frozen in place, except for the three of you. And all of a sudden, you hear, "Very well done, very well done," and you hear clapping. From behind you walks in a very muscular Hadozi woman. For you who don't know what a Hadozi is, they are a race of simian people. She's wearing a very decorated uniform, military. She's very scarred as well, and she's clapping. "Very well done, Agamas. Last person I saw get that almost flew completely off the ship when that happened. Pena, you did rather nice. Don't worry. Older recruits like you don't always do the best. Val, thank you for not blowing up the ship." And all of you are just staring, trying to remember. And then all of a sudden, all of you remember something. Just under an hour ago, you were being welcomed at the Spelljammer Academy. All of you came here for various reasons. Pena and Agamas, you guys actually saw each other on the boat coming in, but you didn't see Val until you came into a round crystal chamber, where this very Hadozi introduced herself as Boatswan Tarto. She explained to you that this chamber emits a type of magic called shadow magic. It's a very strong illusionary magic. Everything you feel is real to you, but it's not real. And as it melts away, any damage you guys took is now officially gone. In fact, you don't even have your weapons. There was no damage taken, your weapons aren't there, and she just looks at you. As you can see, the Battle of Haketha didn't go so well with Captain Sardas and her crew, but her last battle makes a good testing ground for new recruits. Simulation's over, it's time for you guys to join the rest of the new recruits. So as you guys walk out, there is 20 other new recruits, all in squads. You remember now that when you got here, you were told the three of you would be known as Squad 6. As all of you line up, Tardo takes the front and straightens her coat and goes, "Welcome to the Spelljammer Academy. All of you have been chosen for various reasons. At the end of this academy, you will all be earmarked for service in the Spelljammer fleet, or you will be given positions on very well-to-do merchant ships, all that have ties with us. Over the next 4 months, this is your home. Your team is your family. You will be trained in understanding how to sail a Spelljammer ship. You will be trained, if you are magically inclined, to pilot one of these ships. You will be tested, and you will also be able to learn how to use one of these." And she pulls out this very strange looking thing. Val, you of course know what this is, even though you don't know how you know what it is. Maybe the Agamas and Pena, maybe you've seen it before, but she points it and all of a sudden you hear a loud bang as it fires a projectile. Some of you may have never seen this before. I know not every world has it, but this is a firearm. And yes, I know some of you might be a little too scared for the big loud stick, but you may be trained in this if you wish. Now, everyone, report to the barracks, get your uniforms and your free voucher. And she takes out a small piece of paper. All of you will be able to acquire enough items to equal 50 gold pieces. You cannot trade this in for money. Once you use it, it is gone, after which report to orientation. Dismissed, and she then walks out as all of you are then directed by an officer to the barracks. Every one of you is given a uniform, and also you're given your weapons back that you had before coming in. Though as you guys are gathering your stuff, you are told weapons are to remain sheathed. Any ammunition is to remain off of the weapons. A loaded weapon is considered a violation of the code of conduct. So you guys get to keep your weapons and armor, but you're not allowed really fighting. And you also all receive a 50 gold piece voucher. Pena, you're directed to your bed, and the instant you see it, you are very happy. You are near the laundry room, and more importantly, you're also near the window. So as you approach it, it is probably one of the best bunks in there, and all three of you are bunking close to each other. 1 second, I gotta find this now. I'd like to do a shout out to Fenrizen Wolfen. He put the Spelljammer Academy module on a PDF form, which is very helpful because for some odd reason, D&D Beyond is not letting me see it on the computer. I've tried for like an hour to figure out how to get it up. All right, there we go. As you're getting close to the bed, all of a sudden, someone has thrown their gear onto the bed, and you see a young elf, very pale skin, but she looks at you and goes, there's a change of plans. This bunk and, well, frankly, all these bunks now belong to my squad, so why don't you go tell the duty officer over there you want to change bunks?
Listen, Beard, I think you're mistaken.
And Pena just glares.
So you're just glaring?
Yes.
All right. What were you doing, Agamas? Just telling them you're mistaken?
Yeah, I believe you are mistaken. These bunks are ours.
No. Listen, there are 4 of us and 3 of you, so, yeah, why don't you just go tell them that Vina said you want to switch?
Well, Vina, I don't want to switch. These are our bunks, and having tasted elf flesh before, I'm not adverse to tasting it again.
All right, Agamas and Pena, give me an intimidation check.
Hey, I don't have that skill.
Again, a 20, right?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I got a 5.
I got a 15.
So, Agamas, Vina has basically...
and I have a +2.
Pena has basically written you off like, oh, you're one of those people who thinks you're tough. But Pena, she looks over at you and just sees the glare and instantly is like, you know what? I don't want to get in trouble my first day here. So I'll just let you have this for now. But watch yourself. And she and her team walk away. And this is actually in the module. Hey, Pena, you just got an inspiration dice. That is a d20 that you can use on any skill check, saving throw, or attack roll. So this is your first official quiet time, and you got a few minutes before your orientations begin. And other than the fact that Pena and Agamas, you've only saw each other on the boat with all the other recruits, and you just were introduced to Val when you got here. So why don't you guys introduce each other? Or maybe just look at each other and like, I will eat you later.
By the way, I don't really eat elves. I'm told that they taste leafy.
And Pena just stares and does a little bit of a grunt, like,
At any rate, my name is Agamas. I am Agamas Ambereyes of the Sharpscale clan, last of my tribe. It is good to be working with you.
I stare at him and I just glare even more and I just say, Pena. And that's it.
I'm guessing Val wants to say something, because now...
Yeah, so I'm
very, like, what should I do?
How to introduce Val. I guess I'll just go with the Val.
I think you just blew out your mic there for a second.
I think you did, because I just heard, ow.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Val.
Those are some interesting scars you have on your face.
Yeah, Papa made me.
What?
Papa made me. Me and all my siblings were made by Papa.
Isn't that how you mammals do it?
I don't know.
The male impregnates the female, and then you live birth.
No, that's not how I was made.
Were you hatched from an egg?
No, Papa stitched me together. I'm all stitching.
Agamas will look at Pena like, WTF?
And Pena just stares at Val, one eyebrow raised, and just slowly shakes his head and is like, grumbles about this bundle of energy that's in this group.
You warmbloods will never cease to amaze me with your sexual deviances.
I had to mute my mic for a second, so I started laughing. All of a sudden, all of you hear, Squad 6! Report to Boswan now!
In German, we'd be Squad Sex.
Did you just take a drink when he said that?
Sorry.
I just look at Trin's camera and face down, holding mouth closed. I'm like, why?
Does that make us Spell Team 6?
I was actually wondering if anyone would make that joke. So after you guys...
Oh, God.
So after you guys get ready, you're told to head to Boat Swan's Tarto's office. And all of you come in, and you can see she has a stack of papers, and she sees you. It's like, welcome, cadets. Cadet Blinsky. Val, could you wait outside, please? I need to talk to Cadets Agamas and Pena.
Okay.
And you go outside, and there's a chair. Cadets, I have a special assignment for you. Some time ago, a group of adventurers found themselves in a, well, I don't really know what it's classified as. I've never heard of this place before. I don't know if it's a material plane or a pocket dimension or what, but they faced very dangerous odds, but something came back with them and puts in front of you a piece of paper, and it has an illusionary drawing on it that's moving. And instantly you recognize Val on this paper. And yeah, I know I've been pronouncing Bosun wrong. I literally have it written in front of me how to pronounce it, and I keep not looking at it.
It's okay.
Every time I say it, I'm like, look at the paper, dummy. And then I forget to look at the paper.
Bosun.
Yes, Bosun. I keep saying.
Bosun. So Pena will go to pick up the paper to get a closer look.
You see a bunch of stuff on it. Valentine Val Blinsky, age 3, gender non-applicable, lineage construct, point of origin, Barovia, located on an unknown material plane. So right there, you just, you kind of got some confirmation on something. Val's not technically alive. Val is a constructed creature. And then it has something else. Warning, when Valentine hears the word Gesundheit, a transformation is triggered. A separate identity appears, known as Valentino. The transformation is both physical and mental. It is unknown if Valentine and Valentino are the same person or two different beings. Both are aware at all times, so it is believed Blinsky may just be acting, but both may be very different personalities. And then you see written in handwriting, or they are crazy, and this is underlined. Tardo kind of takes a deep breath. She's like, originally they were given to the Harpers, a secret organization on this world. The Harpers were trying to figure out what to do with Blinsky. Unfortunately, then something happened. And she takes the other pieces of paper and starts spreading them in front of you. Give me perceptions, Pena and Agamas.
12.
Okay.
Mine's just a straight 13.
Okay. So both of you are looking at this, and it's enough to notice something. Firstly, it looks like children's drawings. You know, you see little dogs and bats, all in colorful pencils. But then you notice underneath those drawings are what can be best described as schematics of some type, designs. And you notice that these designs are weapons. Give me Arcana, both of you, as well. You might notice something else.
14.
You.
All right, Agamas, you've been around a little bit. You have no clue what they actually mean, but there are symbols, and you've seen them. These are, you believe, alchemaic symbols drawn along with the diagram. Tardo speaks up. Val is unique. They're not the brightest I've ever met, but they have, I guess you could say, advanced understanding of things. She pulls up one schematic. She's like, if you look past the smiling vampire bats, I'm assuming they're vampire bats because of the fangs and the blood also drawn on them, you notice what appears to be a musket, which is a very large firearm. And the design is, it's pretty spot on. Now, most of these don't actually work. Unfortunately, 2 of them did. Looks through the papers, pulls up one. This is the alchemaic formula for something called alchemist fire. It ignites into flames when it reaches air. And this one, pulls up another one. This is the alchemist formula for gunpowder, an explosive that explodes when it's introduced to fire. Cadet Blinsky made these, stored them together, and from my understanding, there was a incident involving a spider and a hammer. Needless to say, the Harpers don't want Blinsky around them anymore. They would also like their building back, but evidently Blinsky cannot rebuild a building. So until they figure out how or even where Blinsky is from, they're our problem. And by our problem, I mean your problem. Do you understand this assignment?
Sadly.
Am I given to understand that you're putting us in charge of...
It's babysitting duty.
Yeah, but for an idiot savant that likes to blow things up.
We're gonna die.
I prefer
Horrifically.
to say not babysitting, but more along the lines of helping develop someone who has a genius level intellect, the personality of an infant, and the impulse control issues of a starved owlbear that's been locked in a banquet hall.
So literally what you're telling us is at any moment we could explode because this ADHD over here could just light a fuse on a project because she's bored.
No, 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 no.
Can I volunteer to go to the dining room with the owlbear at this point?
We have spoken to Cadet Blinsky. Explosives are not allowed out of the area. How should I? So evidently Blinsky doesn't technically sleep. They don't require sleep. So basically, they do need babysit at night. Don't worry, you will not be doing this. We have our resident blacksmith watching her because they also don't sleep. It comes with being mechanical. At night, not your responsibility to watch them. And they are not allowed to bring any explosives out of the workshop. They know this.
Name one child who obeys their parents.
And name one pyro that in a blacksmith shop won't cause mischief.
Val's been here about a week. We have put up safety measures. So, quick question. This is for the players. What is going through your character's mind right now, hearing what the hell they are teamed with?
Well, as annoying as that elf was, is it too late to join her team?
Well, Pena being a severe introvert, being stuck with a flamboyant child that's as dangerous as an explosive device, he's just wondering what he got himself into. Maybe he should go back to the brigands and just be an assassin for hire again, because that's less dangerous than being around Val. And especially if someone sneezes, who knows what will happen.
So Tardo calls out, Cadet Blinsky, can you come in here again? As I'm just looking at Trin, like, very confused.
I pushed the wrong button. I went to unmute my mic and instead I made my screen bigger.
I accidentally did that earlier. I didn't know what the hell I did.
Yes, I will.
So Tarto looks at you. Where do explosives belong?
With me.
No, in the workshop. You are not allowed to bring explosives.
Why?
Do you remember what happened with the Harpers?
Nope.
How angry they were?
Yeah.
Do you remember the box they shipped you here in?
Yeah.
Would you like to go back to sleeping in that?
No.
Okay. Anything you make that is volatile stays in the workshop. That includes acid. I know you were making some.
Okay.
Looks at all three of you. Well, this should be interesting. I hope all three of you enjoy your time together. This is your team for the next 4 months. Go ahead and go start reporting to your orientations. And she just basically is now gathering up the papers and looking at Val going, you can have these back when you leave.
Dina just shakes his head, looks down, and turns around to head out the door.
As you lead out, all of a sudden you hear, all cadets please report to Spelljamming deck for orientation on ships with officers Kip and Pick Whistlelap. So all of you report to the Sky Dock, where 2 identical twin gnomes are currently standing. And this is just literally an introduction, and they're like, welcome to the ship. And it's weird because they're talking in unison most of the time, or they're switching between each other. While you are here, you will learn every single step and place on a spelljamming ship. You will know how to tie a rig. You will know where the sails are stored. You will understand every different variation of a spelljamming ship, from a hammerhead to a damselfly. You will understand how gravity planes work. You will understand how air envelopes work. And then at the final point, the last month of your training here, you will spend 1 week on a ship patrolling the territory. Any questions? So as they look around and no one raises their hand, they then go through the details of what an air envelope is, the fact that all ships generate an air envelope around them. This is created, of course, by the spelljamming helm, and this must be replenished, as there's no way of actually replenishing it naturally. Though one of them does, the female, Pip, actually does go, no, there's a way. No, they start arguing amongst each other, and they get off topic pretty easily, but then they go back to where they were. They talk about the gravity planes and how you'll be able to actually walk on the opposite side of a ship, so you can be upside down if it's in outer space. They tell you certain ships cannot land on land, certain ships cannot land on water, and they just go on and on. As they finish up, you are allowed to, of course, look at the ships, but then, of course, you hear over the announcements, all cadets, please report to Spelljammer Nexus for your spelljamming orientation, please. To which you yet again go. In here, this is a beautiful room. This is not like the Skydock. It is a room full of maps and charts, and standing in it is one of the oddest looking humans you've ever seen. Their skin is almost translucent, and their eyes are dazzling silver. It's almost to the point where you're not even sure if they are human, but they look human, so they're human. They introduce themselves as, and I need to actually have the pronunciation up for this, and I'm remembering this other than Boson, Sarith Abizine. They look at you all and they explain that they are the master spelljammer of the Academy. From this room, anyone with any magical abilities will be trained on how to pilot a spelljamming helm. Draw everyone's attention to a floating chair. Under it is dazzling magical lights. This is a spelljamming helm. It uses the innate magical ability of the person to propel the ship forward. In olden days, the older models actually fed on the magical energy of the person piloting them, draining them of their ability to cast certain levels of spells. Newer models, on the other hand, don't do this. Anyone with spellcasting ability can learn this, even if you only know how to cast one spell. All of you who can do spells will, of course, be trained on how to pilot and use one of these things, which allows us to travel between worlds. He then mentions that there are some called jammers, which are single-person vehicles or up to 10 people. These are very slow, and anyone can pilot them, even if they don't have any magical abilities. But their air envelope only lasts for 1 hour, and their gravity plane is incredibly limited. So he suggests that unless you can't breathe, do not try to move between worlds with one of these. That being said, we do not have any jammers because of past incidences where cadets take them. All of you are, he then goes, are there any questions on how this works? And if no one raises their hand, you can all get out now.
Pena doesn't ask any questions, but when they mention joyrides, he glares slowly at Val. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a twinkle in Val's eye at the idea of a joyride.
Oh, trust me, Trin knows a lot of what's coming in this campaign. You should be terrified. I've already been yelled at that something is going to happen. It might happen.
I play Fallout 76 with Trin where she blows things up around me all the time. I need to make sure I purchase something that's fire retardant.
There are magic items for that. As you guys are just allowed to just walk around this room because they don't really care. All of a sudden you hear, all cadets, please report to the obstacle course for physical assessment. So all of you head to this very large circular room, and you can recognize it as the walls are made out of the same crystal that created the illusion in the simulation deck. As I look over at the camera and Trin's face is just diving out of screen.
You can see the top of Trin's head. It's like, what the hell?
Like, is Trin puking or shoving food into the face? Yeah, I know you're shoving food into your face. Trin is just going at it. But then all of a sudden, a academy officer walks up and snaps their fingers, and all of a sudden the illusion kicks in. Before you is an obstacle course that a lot of you probably weren't expecting. First, you must run straight through an explosive range. Then you must leap across platforms that are hovering above electrified water. Then you have to swing from ropes through spinning wheels of maces and other blunt objects. And finally, you have to climb a 20-foot pole to the top where you must grab a ring. And then he just calls out, form a line! And as each person goes through, you're just seeing how freaking crazy this is. And then it's your squad's turn. Pena, you're up first. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw.
20.
20. Oh, right. Nice. So you just run straight through the explosions, ducking your head. Just, it is so loud as you run. And you make it to the next part. Now you're to the platforms that are slightly moving with the water that is just arcing electricity. I need either an athletics check or a acrobatics check from you.
8 plus 5, so 13.
Agamas and Val, you're watching Pena just destroy this course as he leaps from small platform over this electricity. All right, now I need a dex saving throw from you.
This is where I'm going to throw a dag on 1. Close. It's a 2 plus my 3, 5.
So as Pena jumps on the first rope and swings.
I'm sorry. It's actually 7. I apologize.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. You just saved yourself from something. No, seriously, there's tears to this. But as Pena jumps on a rope and swings,
what's with me and rope?
he takes a mace to the stomach and falls prone. And you're going to have to retake this part in a second. Hey, Val, you're up. I need a con saving throw. By the way, Pena, if you had taken a 5 or worse, you were going to take that to the face and take some damage.
Oh, well, thank God. I had to make sure I was looking at saving throws, not the actual stats.
14.
14. Okay, you do it too. You run straight through the explosions. It's pretty loud, but this is Val's thing, so yeah, you don't mind. All right, I need a athletics or a dex check. Well, acrobatics or athletics, sorry.
Oh, acrobatics. I have acrobatics. Did I take acrobatics? Yes, I did.
I thought you did.
22.
Yet again, in fact, you guys watch as Val is literally flipping and doing somersaults from each platform like it's nothing.
I imagine her doing the Kermit the Frog.
Well, okay, it's time for the next part, the swinging maces. I need a dex saving throw, Val.
14.
Yet again, damn, Val is just breezing through this. You see at one point that one of the maces almost hits, and then Val all of a sudden just twists and is missed completely. All right, Val, you have made it to the end. I need you to make an athletics check.
7.
So, Val, you have to scurry up this very slick pole. But here's the thing. Val doesn't start climbing the pole. Val just starts spinning around the pole. And all you hear is, "Wee!"
Baby, right round.
I'm happy we have to mute our mics so much because there would be a lot of laughter on this podcast and we wouldn't be able to hear anything. All right. Unfortunately, as you spin around the pole, you then fall flat on your butt. This will be where you begin next turn. Agamas, you are up. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
15.
All right. Loud explosions are doing nothing to you. You just rush right through. Give me athletics or acrobatics.
Acrobatics, 13.
Not as good as Val, but you are leaping from platform to platform with no problem.
Does that make me a leaping lizard?
Yes, it does.
I'm sorry, low-hanging fruit there, everybody.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of low-hanging fruit I'm expecting you to take in this podcast. All right, give me a dex saving throw.
19.
Yet again, like you even dodge them better than Val did on the rope. Like nothing touches you. And you just soar right over Pena as he's just laying and watching both of you pass him. So now you are at
choices.
You're at the pole. I need an athletics check from you.
15.
You just shoot up that pole as you see Val obviously dizzy on the ground laughing. And you grab the ring and you have completed the course.
So natural with that pole.
And
So
and for completing the course, you receive an inspiration dice. All right, Pena, you got to start swinging again.
All right.
Give me a dex saving throw.
Pena grumbly moves again. 13. You said dex, so
Yes.
18.
Damn, no one's getting hit in the face with the maces.
Thank
All right.
God.
You do it. You make it through this time. You're ready this time. Give me an athletics check.
12.
You get up there and you grab that ring. Unfortunately, you already have a inspiration dice, so I'm afraid I can't double award that. So, Val, I need an athletics check from you. Is anyone going to get hurt during this?
Well, we're kind of
18.
trying to avoid that, but
Right? 18.
God damn it.
unless, like, is the intent to be masochist? Because I didn't create a masochist character, you know.
Well, you can only take damage if you get 5 or less on the roll. But Val, you get up there, you grab that ring, you have completed the obstacle course, and you receive a inspiration dice. You have officially finished orientation. You are hungry as hell. You smell food cooking. But as you're all being dismissed to the galley for some food, all of a sudden you hear, Squad 6, please report to Skydock.
What now? And why are they cooking the food and ruining it?
So as you guys get to the Skydock, you see Bosun Tarto. God damn it, it's right in front of me.
Bosun.
Bosun. I literally have it say I knew I was going to screw up saying it, so I literally wrote it out in big letters. Say bosun.
Bosun.
I got to make sure I say this because bosun is going to be a word that's popping up a lot in this game.
This podcast is going to be nothing but Gonzo saying bosun, bosun.
Welcome to the Bosun podcast. Bosun, 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 bosun.
So you see Tardo, and she's looking over some crates that have arrived, going over a list, and she sees you, and she motions you over to join her. She looks at you, is like, this has arrived for Commander Mert. He is not in a good mood right now. But he has been, she kind of stops, like, convincing people to put a little bit more into the funding for us. We're not a governmental body. We are freelancer. So he's a bit drunk right now and unable to come get his package that has arrived. I need you three to take it to him. Avoid damaging it. Do not tamper with it. And when you get there, obey all of Mert's orders. She points to the package and then hands out a letter. She hands the letter to you guys like, this will get you into high security areas. You're not keeping that, by the way. And as she says that, she looks directly at Val. She knows what Val's up to.
Fine.
I was going to say, if Val reaches for the box, Pena takes it and just stares at her and says, no.
So in front of you is a very large crate. Two of you can easily carry it. Hell, one of you could probably carry it, but it's going to be very awkward to move around. Think the old TV sets when you try to carry it by yourself. And for you who are too young to know this, TVs used to be boxes.
Carts or anything like that around?
Nope, no carts. They're all currently being used for supplies and whatnot. So one of you can carry it or two of you can carry it. It's up to you.
I'll carry it.
Pena will be nearby to prevent Val from doing anything silly.
All right, so you guys walk all the way up to Mert's quarters. You hand the guards the paper that Tardo gave you, so you are allowed to enter in. And you enter into Mert's quarters, and it is a very nice looking room. You can see Mert, the commander of the Spelljammer Academy, laying on his big waterbed, partially passed out. You see, let's see, what do we got here? A giant fishbowl, topographical map, a giant walk-in wardrobe, and of course, the waterbed. As you enter into the room, you hear Mert beginning to stir. Ugh, my head's about to explode. If you come to drop that thing off, just put it on the rug there, open it quietly as you can, or just kill me, please.
I'll set the crate down as gently as I can, draw my swords, and go towards the bed.
As he sees you, he's like, I was being sarcastic. Open the damn box and get out.
I'll take my swords and open the box.
All right. As you open it, all of a sudden you hear a noise. And before you can even get the lid off completely, strange creatures burst from the box. There's about 8 of them. They're not very big. They're tiny creatures by size category, but they are some of the ugliest things you've ever seen. To explain what they look like, think of a large spider, about the size of a dinner plate, big, hairy, and fat, but instead of 8 legs, 3 of them are normal spider legs, and the front are actually hands. But instead of a spider face or head or whatever you want to call that, a long eel-like neck comes up to a small fanged mouth. And it's combat time. They let out a screech. Mert quickly tries to react, but rolls off the floor and gets himself tangled in his bed sheets. By the way, this is actually part of the campaign module. It gets worse for him. People feel bad for Mert at the end of this. All right, so first up, it's them. So there are 8 of them, and they are, I'm assuming all of you were around the box when it opened up?
I was, yes.
All right.
I did it.
Yeah. Each of you are going to take an attack, and then there are 2 more left over, so we'll figure out who gets the attack first. So let's do Agamas first. What is your AC, sir?
17.
Both missed you. Val, what is your AC? As Val can't figure out how to unmute a mic.
15. Well, I had it set up as a button, and now it's not working, so.
Ooh. One of them crit failed. So one of them tried to lunge at you, Val, and instead fell down and rolled 5 feet away from the crate. Unfortunately, the other one did hit you for a total of 3 damage. And another... oh, wait, okay. So these things do poison, but you are not normal. You take 1 point of poison damage. And I need you to make a con saving throw at advantage because, oh, you're a living doll.
14.
Okay, you made it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, thank goodness you are a creature that's resistant to poison and diseases. All right, let's see. Who else? There's 2 more attacks that might happen. Oh, wait, Pena, I forgot.
Yep.
You haven't gotten your attacks yet. What's your AC?
14.
Nothing. They both miss you.
Oh, thank God.
Well, let's find out who gets the last 2 attacks. Val and Pena. You both get another attack. Val is a no. Damn! Pena's a no, too. They're not doing well. All right, Val, one of those things bit you. It's your turn.
Alright, can I green flame blade attack it?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. 18.
18 hits,
1d4. Right.
plus your strength.
2.
2
So exciting.
And one next to it takes 3 fire damage. Agamas, you're up.
I'm going to swing my primary one and the secondary at another.
Okay.
16 on the primary.
That's a hit.
A 13 on the secondary.
That is a hit.
10 primary, 3 secondary. Like a
You-
blindfold with my cutlasses.
What was the secondary one?
3 points.
How does the first one die?
Basically stab it through the body.
You just skewer the snake people. Or snake spider things.
The things
I
from
hate these
Mars.
bastards. Yeah, I hate these things. Pena, you're up.
So after the attack, Pena draws his Mesosaur from behind him and slashes at the closest nasty spider tentacle-y thingy. 17.
That's a hit. It is within 5 feet of an enemy, so you get to add your 1d6 sneak attack damage.
And that's a 6.
All right, so, well, you got your 1d6 from your sword, 1d6 from your sneak attack, plus your dex.
Plus 3, so 9.
So you rolled 2d6 and got 6 on that?
I got a d6. On 1d6, I got a 6.
Okay.
And the other one, I got a 3.
Okay. So that would actually kill it. So how does it die?
I just simply sliced it in half. They're just down the middle.
So you slice one in half, and Agamas skewers it like a shish kebab. And that is now the top. So it is now Mert's turn, and Mert stands up and he's hopping around, but his pants have fallen down to his ankles. And that's also where his weapon is, since it's attached to his belt. So that is his turn. Wow, okay, guess what? They get to go first again. And there are now 2 gone. So let's see. Everyone still now just gets 2 attacks to them. Agamas, you are first. What is your AC again?
17.
Alright, want to make sure I remember it. Only 1 hits you for a grand total of 3 piercing, 3 poison damage. And I need you to make a con save.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that a 5 failed.
A 5, in fact, does fail. Alright, so good news, bad news. Bad news is you are poisoned, which means everything is going to be at disadvantage. But at the end of each of your turns, you can re-attempt the save. All right, Val, what is your AC?
Ow, my pancreas.
15.
All right, you get hit again for 3 piercing damage. What is your total HP, by the way? Uh-oh. As Val is rubbing their eyes.
My contact's acting up.
So I figured. All right, so are you down, I'm guessing?
No, I have 2 hit points left.
You got 1 point of poison damage.
So I have 1 hit point left.
And now you need to make a con save at advantage. I think you have healing magic, don't you?
17.
Passes. You are not poisoned. And this time I will remember, Pena gets attacked. What is your AC, sir?
AC is 14.
1 hits. You take 3 piercing damage and 3 poison damage.
God
And then I need you to make a con save.
So I have for Constitution, I got a 3.
You got a 3?
Yeah, I have no bonus in my Constitution saving throws.
All right, you are poisoned. Everything is at disadvantage, but you may retake the save at the end of your turn. And guess what? It's your turn.
Okay.
Are you going to attack or just skip your turn and go for the con save? Don't forget, you also have inspiration dice, and I believe you have the lucky feat.
I do have The lucky feet. Yeah.
Mhm.
I was just going to attack again after that. Yeah.
Okay, so your attack roll is going to be at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
But remember, your inspiration and luckies can basically overwrite that. Well, lucky can overwrite it completely.
Okay. So can I apply the luck?
So here's what you're going to do. You're going to roll 2d20s. The lowest is you're going to be what you rolled.
Okay. 2d20s. And the lowest is a 15.
Give me 2d6 damage.
I got a 1 and a 4.
1 and a 4, plus your dex modifier.
So for Dex, that's +3. So what was that 4 and?
Yep, you have taken another one down.
Okay.
You gonna kill it a special way, or just add it to the growing pile of sliced?
I still slice it, but because I've been injured and I'm poisoned, I'm even more grumpy than usual. And so I slice it instead of vertically, I slice it horizontally, and I just grunt and yell while I'm doing this.
Okay, so now you can make your con saving throw.
Okay, so D20. The fact that I have no points in my saving throws or Constitution does not make me happy. Oh, never mind. 19.
You're not poisoned anymore.
Yay!
And you didn't even have to use your inspiration or your lucky feat. Agamas, you are up.
I am just going to do both attacks on ones since I'm at distance. So primary hand, I got a 9.
Not gonna hit.
And secondary hand, I got a 16
That is going to hit.
for 5.
And make me your con check.
I got an even worse save this time. I got a...
Would you like to try and use your inspiration dice for this?
Yeah,
As you don't want to do it.
I got a 17.
You are not poisoned anymore. Val, you are up.
Okay, do the same thing.
You're just gonna smash it?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's a 7.
You have an inspiration dice. Would you like to use that for your attack?
No, I kind of want to save it.
Take that
Okay.
off my character since I used it.
So,
So,
Mert's turn. Pulls his pants up again, rushes for his sword, but as he tries to pull the sword free, his pants fall down again. And now he is tripped and falls flat on his face. Not looking good for your boss. Let's see whose turn it is.
So we have, what, 2 down right now?
Actually, you have 3 dead completely.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of them aren't looking good.
Well, I will continue to press the attack. Closest one to me, I will again lunge after to try and do a vertical slash. Don't change your dice in the middle of the game. 2.
Would you like to use one of your luck points?
Yes, let's use the luck.
Okay, so for you who don't know what Lucky does, Lucky allows basically Vetcos to cheat. He can roll another d20 and gets to choose what dice he's using.
A 5. So my luck's garbage.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be adding more than another 5 to that roll. You can keep going with luck if you want. You have 2 more luck points.
You know what? Why not? I'm going to be an aggressor. The fumbling assassin. Mother. 4. And in for a penny, in for a pound. Last one. Thank you. At least it's a double digit. 13.
Okay, that hits. You had to use all 3 of your luck points to hit one creature.
The size of a dinner plate.
Yes, the size of a dinner plate.
These bloodstone dice are no bueno, so we're going to put these away. In my frustration, as I'm wildly slicing the air at this acrobatic spider tentacle eel thing, I just finally just yell in absolute frustration and finally slash so hard that I borderline get my blade stuck in the wooden floor.
How much damage do you do?
Just 1d6, right?
No, 2d6.
Okay, 2d6.
Because these things are so compacted in that you are constantly going to be able to get sneak attack on them.
Gotcha. 8 and a 5.
So I'm not even going to ask you how it dies because you've technically already described it. In a fit of rage, Pena swings his sword down so hard that it not only pierces all the way through into the wooden floor beneath, he basically smashes this thing. There is spider, hairy eel guts everywhere. And it is their turn. Whew, you guys are, they're not looking good. Okay, Agamas, you're going to get 2. Everyone else just gets 1. And I remember your AC now, and only 1 hit. So you take another 3 piercing damage and 3 poison damage.
And I continue the trend as I roll a 6 for my con save.
Oh, you're poisoned again.
Yeah, and I'm not looking too hot either.
Yeah, I'm about to get a dirty look. So, Pena, it misses you completely. Val, it critted. Oh, God. I got 20 on the original hit. Natural 20. Confirmation was 19. So, Val's taken some damage.
You kill my character, I kill you.
Well, I'd like to point out that you're a reborn. Killing you's pretty hard. I am going to find out how much damage gets... Oh, my God. Okay. Val, you just took 7 piercing damage, which isn't that much.
Down.
Yeah, you're down. Oh, don't worry. You have advantage on death saving throws. It's not going to be that difficult to get you back up. Agamas, you're up.
Concentrating on 1. Well, that's wonderful. I rolled a 5 and a 20, so I got an 11.
11 hits.
Oh, okay. So that'll be 6 damage. 7 damage. I'm sorry. 3 plus 4 is 7.
How does this thing die?
Oh, I missed the second one. I got a 10, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that misses.
I just slashed into it. Nothing fancy.
All right, Val, give me a death save at advantage. Pays to already be technically dead. What is Trinity doing? I just realized
as Val slowly dies, she takes her sucker out of her mouth, puts it in a little wrapper, and is like, okay, I'm going to do this.
12.
All right, you pass 1. You're not dead. And that is the top of... What do we got now? All right, so Mert is back on his feet. He has his pants actually attached now and is huffing and puffing. Pena, you get to go first again. There are 3 left.
All right.
And none of them look good.
Pena, covered in muck, frustrated with his lack of luck, throws down and gets 6. What do I add to that again? Dex, right?
Proficiency and dex.
Yep. So 9.
So you're adding 5. No. It's proficiency and dex. So you're at it's a 2, by the way.
Yep. Plus 2, 11.
Hits.
And 2 d6s. So that's a 9 and a 5.
That one's dead too. I'm pretty sure Pena is now on his knees, just hacking away viciously.
I'm on my knees, and on this last one, I take a wild horizontal slash, take out the legs, and then a vertical slash to cut it in half.
All right, Val, give me another death save at advantage. I find it interesting. Trin keeps wrapping the lollipop in the wrapper instead of just holding it in the other hand.
Oh, I see a happy face.
20!
Okay, guess what? You're up. You have 1 HP.
Well, I have to keep doing that because I have to move my mouse and keyboard in order to roll my dice.
Gotcha.
I have no room on my desk with everything on it.
Okay, Val, you have 1 HP and you are awake. And it is their turn. Val's not up yet. Let's see if they notice. They do not notice Val, so they're only going to attack Pena and Agamas. So Agamas, you are first. That's definitely no. Oh, Pena, you're getting hit. So I need a con save from you, and you take 3 piercing and 3 poison. Are you still up?
No. Yeah, I'm down.
Okay, then you don't need the con save.
Okay.
Alright, Agamas, you're up.
How many are left?
2.
One's on me and one just took Pena down?
Yes.
Alright, I'm going to kind of go into a feeding frenzy with my hungry jaws.
Cool.
So I'm going to bite them. I rolled a 16 plus 4 is a dirty 20.
That's a hit.
I did 6 points of damage, and I gained my constitution bonus back in temporary hit points.
Okay, you also killed that one.
Since it combines 2 of my favorite foods, insects and seafood, I'll go ahead and just finish eating it.
Okay, so Agamas is just ripping into this thing, eating away. So it is now the top. Mert has yet again stood up. This time he yanks his sword so hard free, his pants fall down, but he's still standing. God, they are doing Mert dirty in this campaign setting. I'm just going to say it. It's the enemy's turn. It has seen all of its friends go down, but it's actually a baby, so it doesn't have that big of intelligence. So it is going to attack Agamas. That's a hit. So Agamas, you just took a hit. You took 3 piercing damage and 3 poison, and I need a con save.
I go down. I only have 4 hit points.
All right, Pena, I need a death save.
All right. That's a 20 as well, right?
Yes, that is a d20.
Oh, nat 20.
All right, you got 1 HP and you're awake. All right, Agamas, I need a death save.
10.
All right, you're not dead. You're stabilizing. And that leaves Val. You are awake, you have 1 HP, and there is 1 left. And I can tell you this, it does not look like it's going to survive much longer.
Can I get up and kill it?
Oh yeah, you can totally get up and kill it.
Okay. Green Flame Blade.
Those are gonna be Val Smash.
I don't even need to add the rest. 18.
That's a hit.
5.
It is dead.
Yay!
How does it die, Val?
I cut its head off.
With a hammer?
Oh, wait, I forgot a hammer. I smashed it completely into the floor.
Everyone else has blades. I keep saying sword.
I know for a fact Val has to have a hammer because it's Trinity. There's nothing but hammer. She's a blunt instrument through and through.
So yeah, I just smashed it all over the floor.
So as you smash, Pena, you get guts in your eye as you open up your eyes like, what is going? Oh my god! Agamas is down on the floor, and Mert is now rushing over. Anyone going to try and help Agamas?
I will attempt to, like, in my dazed state of having 1 hit point and just recovering, I'll go over there and attempt to assist him.
Alright, I need a medicine check, which would be a wisdom check if you do not have the skill.
Oh, you're in for a rough time, buddy.
I was like, wait a second. I think Pena has the lowest wisdom score out of everyone.
Put this dust and coffee ground mixture in with wounds.
I was just going to give you some ibuprofen and tell you to walk it off.
A little vitamin M there. Here you go, buddy.
All right, so D20. Oh, luck is on your side. 19.
Okay, guess what? You just stabilized him. Agamas, you're unconscious, but you are not dying.
I'll just mutter, if I had a pancreas, it would hurt.
Hey, Val, did you take Cure Wounds by chance?
Yes, I did.
I'm laughing because you could have just literally touched Agamas, healed him, and stabilized him without even trying.
I forgot I took the...
I'm about to say, typical child, like, oh, I'm sorry, I could have healed you. I could have saved everybody.
So, as you guys are finishing up, Mert is helping you check on Agamas. When all of a sudden Tarto and the guards burst in, Tarto looks completely shocked by what is going on, but sees all of the dead baby Neogis. Those were babies, by the way. They actually are an intelligent species, but they're also completely psychotic. And just goes, "Are you okay, sir?" And he quickly dismisses her. And you guys Agamas is getting checked out. You see those two, Mert and Tarto, talking to one another. To the people who are awake, give me a perception check.
14.
Ooh. Okay, I have no skills in that, so 5.
All right, you neither of you know what they're talking about.
Yes,
but
par for the course.
Quickly, Mert tells Tarto to go ahead and take care of the other thing. He goes over and gets a healing potion from one of his from his chest and heals Agamas for 6 hit points. Then he looks at you, he's like, "You okay, soldier?"
I've been better, sure.
The rest of you okay?
I just stare at him and slowly nod.
He just looks at all 3 of you and goes, "Report to the infirmary to get your wounds checked out." Oh, and one more thing. He goes over back to his chest, grabs a small pouch, comes over, and hands each of you a gold ingot worth 50 gold each for saving my life and for, and he looks over at the bed, discretion, if it would be so kind of you. And as you guys leave, you just hear him go, "I am never drinking again." And with that, officially, your first day at Spelljammer Academy is done. And all of you get to go up to level 2.